This is the final word.
Welcome back. I'm Albie Oxenrider. This is the final word. So what was the lockout all about in the NHL? What did it accomplish? It did lower the cap, at least for a year, but a whole lot of money was being handed out on day one of free agency. Hey, what's day one of free agency if you can't hand out a little money? Rob Rossi, take it away on why the lockout was necessary despite all that money that we saw being spent.
Well, they were giving away too much of this, Albie. I mean, the one thing you have to remember, that lockout was about long-term securing the NHL's future, and what they did was they put off the eventual rise of the salary cap. It would have been close to $80 million going into this upcoming season had they not had that lockout. It's going to get there eventually, but they bought themselves maybe 2 years. The other thing, they put a maximum limit on the length of contracts, and they eliminated the front loading of those contracts. That is huge because a lot of these teams are not owned like the Penguins are by Ron Burkle, who has billions of dollars. Some of these teams have owners that cannot afford to do some of the things they would like to do to their arenas, to upgrade, to play for other players if they're putting that front-loaded money into it. So by eliminating that front-loaded money in this labor contract, they really did well by those smaller market owners. But if you're a big market owner, this lockout did not help you one bit because you gave up all that revenue and everything is still going on the way it was.
Well, when you mentioned salary cap in the presence of Rob Beertemple, his hair stands up. Rob, you're next.
Yeah, no, when I hear my NHL writer brethren talk about their salary cap situations and the numbers going up and going down, I mean, all I can do is really just shake my head because in the sport I cover, there's just big, giant buckets of money that everybody just gets except I guess for the writers and the fans, and they just hand them out, it seems, and that seems to be the way the economics works in baseball. We have a strike every now and then, and we haven't had one for a number of years. Whether or not you credit or blame Bud Sidley for that, who knows? But Rob, God bless you for dealing with what you deal with.
All right, Rich.
Well, I'd love to see a salary cap in baseball, and I just don't understand some of these contracts. Jerome McGinley, Sergei Gonchar. And 10 years from now, we're going to be in the same situation. The cap's going to be up to about $99 million, and we're going to see another lockout. I don't think it really solved anything other than those 3 years.
Here's the thing, guys. There will be another shutdown, as they like to call it, after this labor contract, and the fans will be very angry, and then they'll be the first ones in line to overpay for the tickets.
All right, we've got to call it right there as I give a final word about the Pirates. I'm going to reiterate what I said last week. I have no idea how this is going to play out for the Pirates. I do think they have a team that's capable of competing through August and into September. They've lost 4 out of 6. Relax. Before they rattled off 9 straight wins, they had lost 4 out of 7. Every team has a slide. You have to make the distinction between a slide and a collapse. I think Clint Hurdle's right. There are actually people out there hoping they fall short again, but there are many more hoping that this is finally the year that Pittsburgh, the fans, can bury the Sid Bream jinx. That's the final word for tonight. I'm Albie Oxenrider. For Rich and Rob and all of you, we'll see you next time.